go. We're gonna get started here in a second. Sweet and simple. My name is Johnny, and this is Live with Johnny. Yeah, we got some breaking news tonight. I know you guys have been hearing it, unless you under a rock. Live under a rock. I know you heard it. So, okay, that sounds good. So, right at the top, you guys know that it's dealing with Epstein. Sorry, I'm bringing it up a little bit here. Matter of fact, we need to bring it a little bit closer. Y'all see too much of my mess. Let me see my mess. Okay, here we go. So let's bring it a little bit closer. And we just see me. All right. Woo. That feels really good. I do have AC in my studio, so we're cranking that bad boy on. So, woo. Epstein files. As you know, it came out today that Donald Trump is in Epstein files. And y'all listen. I honestly think that, and I could be wrong, but just the instinct of it all. That's one thing I would say that I would attribute to black folks having. Like really have. We don't have money. We don't have a lot of stuff that everybody has. Okay, so it's not putting us on a pedestal. I know it's not putting us on a pedestal at all. But we just got common sense, bro. Like y'all see things, y'all like, nah, that can't be. And we'll be like, no, yeah, that is, you know. But what I'm trying to say is, I honestly believe, if that's me, I honestly believe that Elon Musk set Trump up. Then I'm explaining how I believe that happened, and I believe that's still going on. Because you got to understand, Elon Musk paid to be. That's the deal Donald Trump made with Elon Musk. He paid X amount of billions of dollars, or millions of dollars, was it millions or billions, to be president. He basically paid Donald Trump to be president. He knew a way, we're not sure how, and that really should be investigated so he can take everybody down, but he knew a way that he could buy the presidency. He knew a way that he could get the systems to do what they need to do. I'm not sure. It's already been documented that he was able to like, well, oh, that's gonna be done. You know, it was already documented that he knew something. He had insight. Not only that, like I said, he paid to be president. That's why you see him in the office like all those months after the presidency was won, because he was getting his money. But his thing, the thing was, he was supposed to stay there. He wasn't supposed to leave. Elon Musk was not supposed to leave the White House. He was supposed to be there the whole time Donald Trump got there. That was their agreement. I stand right by you, and American people are trying to get used to having a co-president. Y'all will get used to it. Y'all accept. Y'all like, okay, well, he's co-president. But let me tell you, his ego, Donald Trump. And people saying this when he first came in, there's no way that they're gonna work out because Donald Trump's ego is too big. Yes, he made the deal, but Donald Trump has turned on everybody he made a deal with ever. And here's this nerd coming up here. Like Donald Trump fucked with some real sharks. And then you hear come this nerd coming up here telling me what to do because he gave me money. It lasted enough for Donald Trump to get in office and he got comfortable. And after a while, he was like, yo, you gotta go, bro. What? Elon Musk like, what? Bro, I paid you, I paid you money. That's why he got in that fight, because he didn't want to leave the White House. He's like, I paid my money. And so that, first of all, that embarrassed the shit out of him. They kicked him and the son out the White House in front of the whole world. What you don't understand is Donald Trump's son introduced JD to Donald Trump. JD is part of the cyber world. Guess who is helping to create, who was helping to create JD? Elon Musk. So you gotta understand, Elon Musk wasn't going to let nobody be vice president, and he didn't handpick. That was the other thing. I'm basically running the White House, right? Project 25 was along the lines of what Elon Musk wanted to do, because the whole thing is suppress people who ain't got no money. That's the whole thing. So when he got in, even though these were unpopular laws and unpopular mandates or whatever he was calling them, the reason why they're so unpopular is people didn't want that. But he had to do what he had to do. He had to do what he signed up to do. That's why he let Elon Musk basically go in there and just shut everything down like he wanted to, because Elon Musk paid for that. I don't know if that's going through your head, Matter, right now, that Donald Trump basically sold America to South Africa. South Africans are 100% racist. But because his values lined up with kind of Trump values, y'all went with it. Instead of having somebody else in the office of a different color, y'all went with two racist, possibly one being a pedophile. Because see, y'all didn't vet, y'all didn't even vet, y'all didn't even know what Elon Musk stand for. You just know he kind of fit what y'all liked. And what that felt like is racism. That's racist, bro. He comes from South Africa. I've been trying to tell people that apartheid means I don't want to be a part of nothing had nothing to do with black people. That's what apartheid is in a nutshell. I don't want to have. I want to be apart from black people. That's what apartheid is. Here it's called racism. In South Africa, it's called apartheid. But Elon Musk installed JD Vance. And why did he install JD Vance? Because he knew Trump wasn't going to last no 4 years. That was the first thing. He knew Trump wasn't for the last 4 years because of Trump's help. The only reason Trump went back in office so he wouldn't be in prison. And so he could possibly save his people, his family, his history name. That's important to Trump. Because Trump's dad didn't leave his name fucked up. Trump was going to leave his whole family name fucked up forever. And he wasn't trying to do that. But Trump, there is no way Trump thought that he would last 4 years. He's too old. He would have to retire within maybe like the third year, at least. But this is what happened. When Elon Musk is smart, he had a backup plan. His backup plan was he was getting all the Epstein files he could. He probably, honestly, when he went he probably got the Epstein files then. When he went to the government, he probably 9 times out of 10, he collected what he needed with the Epstein files as a backdoor. So if Trump started acting funny, kick him out, I could just pull a lever and ruin him like that. And that's exactly what he did. On his way out the door, what did he say? Oh, you're on the Epstein files. That was it. He activated his plan. MAGA, y'all, MAGA, you were played. You were played. Okay, I want you to understand that. You allowed our country to be seized by South Africa and a pedophile just because of your racism. Just because of racism. I said that the other day, or I've been saying it a long time, that racism is going to destroy America. That's why we need to talk about racism. Because racism is about to destroy America. I'm going to say that one more time. The reason why we need to talk about racism is because racism is about to destroy America. Even the things that you like is going to be gone. The freedom you like is going to be gone. All because you had a utopia that America could just be mainly white and the rest of us would go somewhere else. That's going to fuck you up. Y'all are ready to go to a race war. Black people are not ready to go to a race war. This is our country too. We love this country just as much as y'all do. What are y'all talking about? I mean, through the whole thing, it showed how racist y'all was. And a lot of y'all, I don't even think you even realize that yet. Because you're still so amped up of your racism. But who you guys put in charge as your leader is flawed in every single way. Everything that he did and they were doing, they told you the Democrats was doing. And played y'all the whole time. Almost a century. You let your racism blinders be on for a century while the Trumps got in there and cleaned up house. Got in there and even more cleaned up house this time. Y'all gave them all y'all money and they did nothing from it. Finna take all these jobs, finna take all this Medicare, finna take all these benefits. Why? Because you guys were so keyed up on the idea of a white man taking over the world, taking over America. And this is what I'm gonna say to you. If you just, the thing is, if you stop racism and you allow black people to succeed, you can't stop DEI because you don't like people that don't look like you. Y'all fantasies to have a whole workplace with nothing but white people. That's a lot of y'all fantasies. I don't want no Mexicans in there. I don't want no black people in there. The higher jobs, we all want those. You can't have that anymore. That's done with. All of those things that you enjoy, okay, you did slavery. Y'all ruled America for years. Those days are over. You have to start letting go.
We've already losing trillions of dollars in tourism already. So America's already losing because of racism. If you allow black people, Asians, Mexicans, all these other people to have the same opportunity that y'all have, then we would triple, quadruple. We would be the strongest country ever, and we would last like that. But that's not going to happen because racism is so. You see right now what they're doing to us. It's like everything that we fought for and died for. The cops is like, fuck all that. We gonna give it to y'all all over again. It's insane. You guys have got to get out of your head. And I hope somebody here hears me. And tell their friends, Y'all have got to get out of your head that y'all are the rulers of the world. It's been proven time and time again that you're not. You just had an advantage that you took. You put us all the way back, and we caught up with y'all. This is my thing too. This is in a nutshell. This is to me what happened in a nutshell as far as Trump being elected. Okay, y'all with slavery and stuff, you set us back 500 years. That's a long time. You just set us back, destroyed everything 500 years. We started to emerge with the Black Wall Street. You set us back again another 100 years. Even at that, we still caught up to you. Even what you did with the Mexicans, took Texas and all that, we still caught up. They was going to beat us. Mexicans would have been the number one economically. That's why they went so hard on Mexicans first. Because Mexicans were owning the houses, Hellcats, buying them, outright cash. That's why it was so important. We got to get them out of here because they taking our jobs. That's what they're saying. We're taking our jobs, right or wrong. But with black people, we got to a point where we made it back to where I was at. We have black people who are millionaires. We have black people who have money. We have black people who have help. And you guys saw that. They looked around and saw that and was like, fuck, we got to burn this bitch down. Think about that. We got to burn this bitch down and put them back in chains. That's scary, bro. And that, in a nutshell, is racism. People, I'm going to be quiet about it. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to talk about it. No, bro. Racism is the worst thing that I've ever seen in my life. Period. Because there's no reason why you would hate somebody just because they look a certain way, just because of the color of skin. I can't even allow myself to hate you because of the color of your skin. But racism, only see their skin as superior. They only see their skin as, I'm king, I'm emperor, bow down to me. What other human thinks like that? And no record probably they family even been king or whatever. They just jumped on bandwagon. Where we kings and jewels and gold and stuff for real from Africa they were wiped away. Like, come on, bro. Let this be for real. You guys have never, even to this day, have built anything like the pyramids. Even to this day, with the technology y'all got, you have never built anything like the pyramids, and the pyramids were all black. So, y'all, come on, man. Spare me all that. Please. If you don't have nothing else I say, save America. Save the world. Because to have a South African in office, first of all, unless you're rich, you don't mean shit to him. Y'all, we all of a sudden, see how he cut all their programs, that should let you know this is what's going to come. When JD get in there, and JD is going to get in there, there's no way Trump, MAGA, please, MAGA, stop, slow down. Please. There's no way Trump can continue on with his presidency. There's no way. Y'all need to start coming to grips with that. Now that he has reported on him discovering shit, it's all gonna come out. It's day after day after hour. People get paid for this shit. And here's the thing. I honestly think Elon Musk is giving them files to whoever he needs to give to shut Trump down. He crossed Elon Musk, plus he gave him jobs that Elon Musk was promised. He gave money Elon Musk was promised. All Elon Musk got to do is boom, get JD in there, and he's on top again. You don't think he's gonna do that over an old dude who's stubborn in his ways, who used to be what he was when he was younger? Trump used to be that. You can go watch any interview with him or Howard Stern, and that's why I don't think a lot of y'all even want to see that. That's the problem. A lot of y'all don't want to see Howard Stern interviews. You go back to Howard Stern interviews, and you'll immediately know, that's him. That's Trump. Oh my God, that's him. But it's going to come out now. Now it's going to be out. It's going to be out. You're going to have to. You're going to have to. They just shut down Congress because the shit is coming to a boil. Mike Johnson, he won his job too bad. This is about to destroy all their careers because all of them went out on a limb. They was talking about Joe Biden might be tired, and that was covered up. Bro, y'all covered up a whole pedophile ring. Republicans, think about that. Covered up a whole pedophile ring. And yeah, you can say Joe Biden covered up for 4 years or whatever. I agree with that. It's time where if you really feel like Trump should be in office, you should have released that book. But honestly, what I think is there's too many people in there. There's too many powerful people in there. That's what I think, honestly. There's too many powerful people in there. Like this list, what Epstein's going to do is to shake up the whole world. The whole entire world, from princes to diplomats to just everybody who's somebody in this world. This is going to shake the world. So get ready for it, bro. My last point is this. If you Megan, you a mom, a dad, the smart thing to do, I think, at this point, would to ask Donald J. Trump to resign. And the reason why I say that is because he's gonna be bringing up every interview. The news gonna be bringing up every interview. Our kids are about to see a president. I'm not saying he was, that I don't want to be sued, that could possibly be involved with pedophilia. We know he like young women. So, I mean, he qualified for that already. He's 13, 14. He qualifies for that already. There's no question. But even the fact that he used to hang with a pedophile, that's not enough to make y'all think he don't need to be in office. He don't need to represent America, which y'all say we're proud. We could. That makes us look the opposite of proud. That makes us the opposite of proud, bro. Snap out of it. It's time to try to save face. Like, bro, you gave it your best shot. You too freaky. You too nasty. Joe, you too nasty. What you did was foul. You know what I'm saying? Now's the time to try to jump out. But I'm telling you, a lot of people will stay on board, especially I think, and I'm not trying to be funny, black mega women are going to stay to the end. That's just black women in general. Once they latch on to something, they're not gonna let up at all. They're gonna latch onto it. They'll snap like you. Do not snap, but don't argue with them. It's hard arguing with black women anyway, but especially with something they love, don't argue with them. Let them tell their story how they want to tell it. But when history go back and look at this, is we elected a possible pedophile as president 1 year, bro. Y'all worried about an African American lady who got morals? That's sickening. A lot of y'all really need to repent and start reading y'all Bible for what it is. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take to get to the point. I really don't. But we're gonna leave it at that. My name is Johnny Johnny. This is Live with Johnny Johnny. So just let me know what y'all think, and we'll get back with you.
Arizona tea. Arizona tea. Hashtag Arizona tea.